What is up guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to take you through my favorite hip stability exercise that every dancer should be doing. Now what I love about this exercise is that we've got our feet on the floor, so it's a bit more athletic than doing an exercise where we're isolating the muscles around the hip. This exercise we're going to strengthen the muscles surrounding the hip while moving our hips from internal into external rotation. So this is a lot more specific towards positions we will find ourselves while dancing, right? So this exercise is called the hip airplane. So it's like we're going to be flying, all right? So we're going to start off on one foot, okay? Stomach is pulled in, glutes are tight. This leg's going to be straight. We're going to bend forward just slightly, not too much. The leg we're standing on is bent, all right? Now from here, this position, we want the hips and the shoulders facing the floor, as well as this back foot turned to face the floor. So this is parallel position. From here, we're going to turn out, all right? Turning our body and our hips to face out to the side. Right, in this position we want to make sure that we're squeezing our glute nice and hard, right? Then from there, slowly lower back down into neutral position. Now we're going to go the other way into internal rotation. So we're going to rotate the body and the leg just as far as it can go. In this position we might feel a bit of a stretch on the outside of this hip of the leg we're standing on. And then from there, back to center. Right, so what's happening is we're going external rotation and holding it. And in that position, we're strengthening the muscles on the outside of the hip, the glutes, the glute medius, all these muscles in that turned out position, right? Then we need to control the movement as we go back down into that neutral position, as well as that internally rotated position of the hip. So what we're doing here is we're working on stability in our hip, using our glutes to stabilize the hip, as well as a bit of mobility because we're going from that far end range of external rotation into a fully internally rotated position. So when doing this movement, I would recommend that we add pauses in those end positions. So both in that externally rotated position and the internally rotated position. So we're going to add a pause. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off in this position. We're going to open up here in this externally rotated position. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds, squeezing as hard as we can. Slowly lower down, going into internal rotation and holding it there for 5 seconds. I would suggest doing anywhere from 3 to 5 reps on each leg, doing all 3 to 5 on one leg, and then swapping legs and doing the same thing on the other side. Now, if the balance is a bit too hard, feel free to grab something like a chair, something you can hold on to just to take the balance aspect out of it, so we can just work on opening up those hips, making sure we get the movement and we understand the movement, and then once that feels comfortable, we can take the chair away and you can perform it as we need to. As we get comfortable with this movement, we can also play around with how far we bend over. So when we start off with this exercise, we want to start off in this position nice and high, but as we get stronger, we can always go down into this more allongé position, right? So here, everything is square, now doing the exact same thing, opening up those hips, holding, back down, and then going into that internally rotated position. So there we go guys, give this exercise a try, add it into your strength training routine, and I guarantee your balance and your stability in your hips are going to improve. If you got some value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below what joints do you need help with. So knees, ankles, hips, shoulders, low back, where do you have pain? I will do my best to try and give you some exercises or some mobility movements that you can do to help fix those problems. If you want to see more of these videos, consider subscribing. Until next time, peace.